No way. Jackpot. What is up? My name's Brad and this is Operation N64. Now if you guys are new to the channel, in this series we're trying to build an N64 collection starting off with just £10 by using our charity shops, our car boots, our Facebook marketplace, looking for stuff for cheap that we can sell for a profit to build a game fund to buy N64 bangers. So guys, we've got no sales to report this week, unfortunately. Obviously we just come back from holiday and we haven't been listing anything. But saying that, we get the 70% off listing fees this weekend. So we're going to list anything we've got that we need to. We're going to list anything we find this week. And we're going to relist all the stuff that's about to expire. So hopefully in the coming weeks, we can start making sales again, build that game fund up, and knock off the last 2 games from the list. So as we've got nothing to report, let's get straight out there and see what we can find. Let's go. What is up guys, VoiceOver Brad is back. Been a couple weeks since we've had VoiceOver Brad on a video, but he is back. I know you've missed him so. We were back out doing what we love this week, hitting the charity shops, looking for what we could find to try and sell or trade, and we started off pretty well. We found this box of games here by chance. I was out with my boy and I said, "Never look in that box, boy," and he opened it up and there was a bunch of stuff in there. So yeah, we had a good rummage through this box, see if there's anything worth picking up to try and sell or trade or keep for the collection. And yeah, decent little box. It's all about timing. You've got to be consistent, hit these charity shops as often as you can, and you're going to get lucky sooner or later. You're going to turn up at just the right time, just as something's been donated or just as something's been put out on the shop floor. And that's what happened on this occasion. So yeah, just keep going guys. I know you can get put off by how much you're not finding anything, but you will find stuff eventually. A few Xbox One games in this charity shop, unfortunately not worth picking up. No real value in them, which was a bit of a shame, but still cool to see. Definitely worth picking up if you're collecting Xbox One games, but I don't collect them, so I left them behind for someone else. We then headed over to the toys and the game section, and this is a bit of a section I neglect. I'm always a bit concerned about picking games up. Are all the pieces there? That sort of thing. But in this occasion, there wasn't many pieces to look out for, and this thing was seriously old. And there's definitely, I think, a market for it. There was a few sold on eBay, and this thing was in really nice condition considering its age. 1988, this game came out. So yeah, all the pieces were there, so I definitely wanted to pick this one up. And then this is one of my locals, always a bit hit and miss in here as well. Prices vary, fluctuate depending on who's working. But there was a little stack of Xbox 360 games here, and as you're all probably aware at the minute, some Xbox 360 games are going up in value. So yeah, always worth looking out for them. And I think a load of you are starting to collect them as well, which is fantastic. Again, Xbox isn't my thing, so I don't collect for it, but I definitely pick them up if there's trading value on them. So yeah, I had a little look through here. And then we were in another local and I asked behind the desk, I said, any games at the back? And they pulled this little stack out. Nothing too crazy, but I did end up picking up one game. So guys, today we're going to go out and do a little bit of charity shop hunting. We've already done pretty well this week, so I'm taking my foot off the gas. But I thought I'd go out for a couple of hours this morning, see if we can add to what we've already found this week. I want to be home by about midday. I've got loads of stuff to get on with. But having said all that, let's go. So yeah, like I said guys, I was pretty happy with how the week was going, but I had a spare little morning, so I thought why not go out and see if we can find some more stuff. So I headed to Port Talbot to start with, which was a bit of a mistake I think, because about three of the charity shops were closed for like refurbishments, or I think one of them had power failure, and yeah, so it wasn't the best choice of locations, but nevertheless we tried our best. So there was a bunch of Skylanders on the shelf here. I think these have been here a while, and I've looked them up before, and no real value that I could see. Check the DVDs, kind of cool DVD here. BMX crashes, but the disc was so bad I left it behind. Yeah, but I did manage to pick up some games in there. Nothing crazy, but 6 games there for a £5 is not too bad at all. So I thought I'd show you this, a whole bunch of brand new Squishmallows here, about £4 or £5 each. I think it's a bit of a myth that these Squishmallows have some value. I did used to pick them up now and again to try and sell on, and if they were £1 for some of the bigger ones, I might have picked them up. But you know, £4 or £5, that's roughly what you're going to get for them. I saw these cool Toon Squad plushies here. Obviously the original Space Jam is the only Space Jam. And then I headed in here and they had a bunch of games on the shelf. So I did pull out all the interesting ones. I'm always checking every sort of 360 game now because I know, because they're going up in value, I don't know which ones are and which ones aren't. So I'm sort of checking most of them just to make sure I'm not missing any like sleepers or whatever. But yeah, I pulled out all the interesting games here, started looking them up on my phone, and then I kind of got told, we've already checked them, mate, don't bother. But I carried on checking them anyway. You never know, they might have missed one. Yeah, pulling out all the good games or all the interesting games here. And this charity shop, £3 a game in here. I've had some good wins in here before. Unfortunately nothing this time, but cool to see some games on the shelf. Maybe a couple here that you might pick up for your own collection, but none really worth picking up to try and sell or trade. And then I thought I'd just show you this. The nostalgia hit me so hard. Filofax, who remembers them? See in a bit. Right guys, so we're heading back home now. We didn't have the best luck in the charity shops, but we did find a few bits and pieces to add to what we've already found this week. So it's not been a bad week at all. So let's go back to the game space and I'll show you what we found. And we are back in the game space, and it's been a pretty good week. We picked up a ton of stuff from the charity shops, a right mixed bag. We've got a couple of bits and pieces for the collection as well, which is always good. And there's also a couple of things I want to discuss with you, some stuff that's come up while I've been out hunting this week, which we'll get to very shortly. So we spent a total of £25 from the game fund, so we can deduct that now. Yeah, there's a real mixed bag of stuff here. We're going to get straight into it. So the first pickup this week is like a board game or like a kids game. It's from 1988. It's still in the box, and that is Whack Attack. Who remembers Whack Attack? The bright coloured like whack-a-mole game. Yeah, man, I had to pick this up when I saw it. This thing is old, 1988. Like I said, it's still in the original box, which is in pretty good condition. All the pieces are there. Let me open it up. They're all in there. Need a little bit of a clean, some of them, but yeah, not too bad at all. I paid £3.50 for it, and it sells from like 15 to 20 on eBay, depending. So yeah, not too bad at all. I see Master of Pieces pick up like old school games like this all the time, so when I saw this, I thought I had to grab it, especially in the condition it's in. So yeah, hopefully maybe £10 to £15 profit, not too bad. So the next pickup is probably the best one of the week. It's just the way it came about. I was with my son and we walked into the charity shop, one of our locals, and I just see this cardboard box outside, and nothing like about it. I just said to the boy, I said, what's in that cardboard box? Open that box up. So he opens up the box, and right on top, there's games in there. So I was like, yes, great. The dude said they'd literally just been dropped off. I said, can I have a look? He said, no problem. So I dug straight in there, started grabbing all the interesting games out. I asked him the price, said £1 a game. That's what we like to hear on this channel, £1 a game. So yeah, started grabbing all the games that looked interesting. And yeah, this is what I picked up. Now, a couple of them are for the collection, but the first one picked up is this Crash Wrath of Cortex. This trades in for £3 in CX. The next one is Sonic Heroes. This one only trades in for £2 in CX. We've got Animal Crossing. This was the one that was right on the top, and I know this has a little bit of value. This trades in for £6 in CX, not too bad at all. The next one is Call of Duty, and it's Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I think this is the most valuable one to pick up. So keep your eyes out for Black Ops 2 for the Xbox 360. Again, £6 trading on this. And then the last one is this Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition. So this one actually trades in for £8. I believe the standard edition doesn't trade in for that much, I think £3 or £4. But this Prepare to Die edition is £8 trading, so not too bad. So as you can see from the footage, there was also like CDs and DVDs in that box, and I had a little look through them as well. And there was a box set in there, and that box set was only Fools and Horses, the complete collection. What a cracking series this is. Tell me I'm wrong, but this is just one of the greatest shows on TV to this day. Absolutely love it. Smash it at Christmas time. I'm always watching Only Fools. But anyway, it's a little bit sun faded, but all the cases are in there. Nice bright colour cases. She said she did £4 for this for me. CX sell it for 20 and they give you £10 trading. There's a whole load of different Only Fools and Horses box sets, like complete collections. Not just today, I went into a shop, the same shop I think it was, and they had a different style box set. And that one traded in for like £8. And yeah, so there's all sorts of different ones, so keep your eyes out. Definitely look them up when you see them. But this one right here, £20 value, £10 trading. Not too bad. The next pickup is actually something that was pointed out to me in the comments. They said I missed it, and it was still there after all this time. And that is this Priscilla DVD. Yeah, paid £1 for it. It trades in for £4. They sell it for £8. So keep your eyes out for this. I think it's literally just come out earlier this year. If I'm right, I'm not right. Yeah, 2024 this came out. So yeah, keep your eyes out for this. The next pickup's a bit of a weird one because this shop, the prices just changed. So like, I picked up a couple of games because there was a tiny bit of trading on them. I said how much? It said £5 for £1. £5 for £1. That's an even better price that we like to hear on this channel. So yeah, £5 for £1, and I picked up 5 Xbox 360 games here. It's not a great deal of trading, but for £5 for £1, even if they trade in for like 50, 60p each, you're going to make a bit of trading profit. So first one is Call of Duty Ghosts. I think this trades in for like £1.10, maybe less, I'm not too sure. The next one is Lego Marvel Superheroes. This has got a couple quid trading. Harry Potter, Lego Harry Potter, again, a couple of quick trading on this. I believe this is, just noticed now, this is the NTSC version. So not sure what to do with it, but I'm not going to leave it behind for like 20p. Got Project Gotham 4. This is the bundle copy only. So sometimes games with this on them, or like promotional copy only, can sell for a little bit on eBay. People like collect this sort of thing. So that's why I picked this one up. Yeah, so keep your eyes out for this. Have a little research on eBay and that, and it might be worth a little bit of money. And then the last one is this Forza Motorsports 4. Again, I had to get 5 games for £1, so I just picked up all the best ones that were there. So yeah, that's everything we found at the beginning of the week, and I was pretty happy with it. But then I managed to get like a cheeky morning to go out and do a little bit more hunting, so I thought, why not see if we can top up what we've already found. So that's what we did. So the first thing we found is this Atmosphere puzzle. It's brand new, sealed. I picked this up because he looks like the mask from Goosebumps, the Haunted Mask. I'm going to put like a comparison up, but don't you think they look the same? Very cool though, this brand new puzzle from Atmosphere. Atmosphere can sell pretty well on eBay. So yeah, I picked this up for £2.50. It's potentially maybe £10 to £15 for it, but I couldn't leave it behind. Very, very cool. Yeah. So the next one is this Toy Story 3 for the Xbox 360. I was actually scanning all the games in the charity shop, and one of the members of staff came over and was like, yeah, we've checked them all already. If there was any value in them, we would have taken them to CX. I was like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. I'm not doing any harm. Just leave me to it. Oh, you didn't take them all, did you? Because I found this one. So yeah, great little pickup here. I paid £2 for it. I think it trades in for £6, so not too bad at all. So the next pickup I wasn't too sure about. I was umming and ahhing whether to pick them up. When I scanned them on eBay, there was one for sale for like 65 quid. So I thought, for 50p, I'll take a punt. So that is Pony in My Pocket, the annual from 1997, sorry, and also Teddy in My Pocket from 1997. Thought I could bundle them together and maybe get a little bit of profit out of them. So the last pickup from a charity shop is these stack of games. I'll show you shortly. Some of them are for the collection, some are for trade. But basically I wanted to talk about it first. So I've been hitting a lot of charity shops, and when I go in, I always ask, you know, have you got any more games at the back? And I've recently been getting this response that that they have a guy. I have a guy that comes and buys all the games. I was like, all right, so what do you mean? And they said, so we keep all the games to the side, and then he comes and buys them all. I was like, all right, so they don't go on the shop floor. She said, they'll go out if he doesn't want them, we'll put the ones he doesn't want on the shop floor. And I was like, all right, okay. And I heard this in a few charity shops. Yeah, we have a guy that comes in and buys them, we have a guy. And I basically said, how do I become the guy? That's what I said to her. I said, can I not be this guy? And they said, wait, what do you mean? Will you buy them all? I said, yeah, if I don't have them, I will come in and I will buy all the games you have. I want to be the guy. So I said, I gave her my number, and she said, write down what you want or what you're looking for. So I literally give her my number, wrote down every console, every game sort of thing that I'm looking for. And I said, you know, give me a bell, anything you get in, I'll come and have a look at it, and I'll take it off your hands. Because they seem to want, that brings me to like another point now as well. Like I've been hearing also that they want you to take them all or nothing sort of thing. Which is kind of bizarre in a way, because for me, video games in a charity shop are the sort of like one of the top things that's never really going to hang about. you see charity shops full of the same stuff and you see it there week after week after week. But I feel like if you put video games on the shelf, they're always going to sell, you know, as long as they're not, you know, your Wii Fit or whatever. So it's kind of an odd thing that they want you to take them all. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you've come across this similar sort of thing, like where people, they have a guy and he takes them all, whatever. So basically, yeah, I've asked if I can be the guy. I've left my number in a couple of charity shops now. And funnily enough, I was in one the other day when I went out to the charity shops, and I asked him, you know, have you got any games in for me yet? I'm the new guy that buys all the games, sort of thing. And he said, no. But he said, the other shop, we have some games there. And because they're 18 rated, we can't sell them. Which is kind of bizarre, isn't it? So he says we're not allowed to sell anything that's 18 rated. So 15 rating is fine. But if it's 18 rated, they're not allowed to sell it. And it sits out the back. Which I thought was mad. But then he said that's just the rule. So he said to me, if you go to the one in town, there's some games at the back. Just ask her and maybe she'll sell them to you and see what she does. So that's what I did. I went into town. I asked the lady. She said, no problem. She brought them out to me. And yeah, it was a stack of games here. And I said, how much? She said, £5 for the lot. So 6 games here for £5. Not too bad. And there's nothing crazy in here. Majority of it isn't really worth much at all. Some of it's going to the collection by all means. But this is something I wanted to do. I wanted to take them off her to show, you know, I'm willing to buy these games. I'm not messing about, if you like. If you ring me and say there's games here, I'm going to come and get them. So I bought these games in a sort of a way to like build that relationship so that she knows, oh, if I ring Brad, he's going to come in and he's going to buy these games. He's not going to come in and say no and it's a waste of time sort of thing. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. But that's what I kind of did. So I said, yeah, I'll take them all, £5. It's no problem. And then I give her my number and said, you know, give me a bell if you find any more. But anyway, Jesus, long-winded. I just wanted to get that out there to ask if any of you have come across the same sort of situation. But yeah, I've been sticking my number in all these charity shops, telling them I'm the guy, ring me, I'm the guy. So yeah, anyway, here's the stack here. Now all the PS3 games are going in the collection. So we'll stick them down there for now. But we picked up South Park, The Stick of Truth. This trades in, I think, for like £3. And we've also got the limited edition Darkness 2. Again, this only trades in for a couple of quid, but I've just noticed as well, this is the NTSC version. So I'll probably have to stick this one on eBay. But yeah, you know, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to build that relationship. I want them to know in these shops that I'm there, I'm willing. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I picked up this little bundle here. Not worth a great deal, but it sort of shows I'm willing, you know? So that is everything we picked up this week to try and sell or trade. Not bad at all. Charity shops are definitely not dead. You've definitely got to be consistent. You've definitely got to keep going as often as you can, different times of the day. Because you know what it's like. It's a charity shop. They could get donations all the time and they go out whenever. So yeah, just be consistent. Check as often as you can. Yeah, be friendly. Try and be the guy. But yeah, that's everything we found. Now let's get into the stuff for the collection. So the first thing added to the collection is a couple of PS3 games. Again, this is a similar situation. I asked the lady, she went out the back to get the games. I didn't want it to feel like it was a waste of time for her. I didn't want her to bring out these games. She spent about 5-10 minutes looking for them, bring them out just for me to go, nah, I don't want them. So I just bought these sort of out of courtesy. So the first one is a Gran Turismo 5 and the second one is Red Faction Armageddon. I paid £1 a piece for them. They're not worth much more than that. They will be going into my collection. I love collecting for the PlayStation, all generations, so these will be going in my collection. And again, that stack I showed you again that I sort of just picked up to keep the relationship going with some PS3 games as well. Again, not worth very much, but they're all going in the collection. So the first one we got is Aliens Colonial Marines. This is the limited edition version. What does that mean? Bonus in-game content. There we are. 4 playable movie characters, Ripley's flamethrower, and extra marine customization. So yeah, this is going in the collection. So the next one is this Far Cry 3. Now, I've never actually played a Far Cry game. First-person shooters are not really my thing. But I've heard good things about the series, so I might have to give it a go. And what better way than to get a game for like 35-40 pence from a charity shop. The next one is Black Ops 2. Not worth much like the Xbox 360 one is, but I don't think I have it, so it's great to add it to the collection. And another Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. We also picked up a toy. Now, when it comes to toys in my collection, I just like to pick up the ones I find in the wild. I don't necessarily go out looking for toys or like go out willing to pay a big money for them. But if I see them in a charity shop and I think they're cool and I want to rescue them, I will pick them up. So we picked up this Warrior of Virtue. Who remembers Warriors of Virtue, the film from the 90s?
You are invited to enter a remarkable world.
Yes!
Rock and roll! Where nature is your weapon, but you are the ultimate warrior. Warriors of Virtue.
Mad film. I don't think it gets enough love. But yeah, had to pick this up for £2. I've seen figures like this before, but they've had mad prices on them. But for £2, I thought I had to rescue him. Very, very cool. A couple more games here. I've actually misplaced the game that I picked up. I picked up a copy of Dark Cloud for the PS2 in that bundle at the charity shop, and I can't find it. But it's like a £20 game, and I paid £1 for it, so I had to pick it up. Something I might start getting into is collecting for the Wii. Now, my kids, every time I come home with Wii games, especially these like cartoon-based ones or the Mario ones, they're always like, "Oh, Dad, can we play that? Can we keep that? Can we play that?" And I always, use them as trade fodder or whatever. So I've decided now maybe I'm going to start picking up some Wii games, especially if they're cool, interesting like this, Looney Tunes, these sort of big franchise games, fun games for the kids. I think I'm going to start picking them up, building like a little bit of a Wii collection for them. Once the game room's up and running, they're going to be in there, they're going to be gaming. So I thought games like this might be perfect for them. And my boy was with me when I found it, and he was like, "Dad, keep it." So I'm keeping it for him. It is Acme Arsenal. Very cool. And the last game we found, very cool, never seen it before. It is this Need for Speed Most Wanted, the Black Edition. Now this comes with a DVD, but unfortunately the game is missing. Now I looked through all the other boxes, all the other game cases that were there, but I couldn't find it. But I still couldn't leave it behind for £1. It's got the DVD there, the manual and everything. So yeah, maybe I'll come across the disc in the future, but I couldn't leave it behind. Very cool cover, all blacked out. Yeah, and it's worth about £22, I think, so not too shabby. And the last thing I picked up is for you guys, if anyone wants it. I just couldn't leave it behind for £1, and it is this Bayonetta poster. So yeah, Switch poster. Let me know if you want it in the comments below, and I'll just send it out to you guys. So yeah, I thought I'd pick it up. Very cool poster. Yeah, let me know. And that is everything for this week. We've done really well in the charity shops. Like I said a minute ago, it's not dead. You just got to be consistent. You just got to go out there regularly and don't get put off by not finding stuff. 9 times out of 10, you don't find stuff. It's that 10th time that you find something, and it's all worth it then. So yeah, keep going, keep hunting, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Unfortunately, no N64 pickups this week, but I'm hoping there might be one in the pipeline. So fingers crossed, and keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, if you are enjoying the series, as always, smash that like button to let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, be rad, stay rad. And I'll see you in the next one.